Wenran Jiang is a senior fellow at the Institute of Asian Research at the University of British Columbia. He joins us now live from Denver, Colorado. Mr. Jiang, thanks for joining us. The U.S. appears to be going after Huawei through the criminal justice system. How is this different than how it approached ZTE, another Chinese telecom giant?
Well, this is clearly an escalation. Our viewers should notice the current procedure against Ms. Meng is a criminal justice procedure handled by the U.S. Department of Justice. The previous, if we remember, the previous sanction against China's communication supplier and producer for violating Iran sanctions, the ZTE, was handled as a civil litigation led by U.S. Department of Commerce. Clearly, this is one step up, asking for an extradition through a criminal procedure with Canada.
And how should China interpret that it's going after it through the criminal process?
Not very well. We can see that the immediate response when the news broke, the Chinese embassy in Canada and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Beijing basically had a very strong statement out demanding immediate clarification and immediate release. After yesterday's bill hearing, apparently the Chinese side may feel really they don't have a convincing case against Ms. Meng, and therefore they summoned the Canadian ambassador, John McCallum, to launch an even further, stronger protest using very strong language, basically calling the arrest as being terrible, against reason, against compassion, against law. So this is a very serious development for China's relations with Canada and with the United States.
Yeah, and we've seen pushback in the U.S. and in Britain against Huawei. What does this mean for the future of Huawei in Canada? What's Justin Trudeau thinking right now?
Well, Huawei has been on the striking book by the American authorities for a long time. They allege that Huawei has military ties, has intelligence ties with Chinese government. Even the people who are doing this are saying there's no hard evidence, but nevertheless they lobby their allies, including Canada, to exclude Huawei from the 5G future mobile network bidding. So as we can see, with the past few days after New Zealand and Australia, UK's BT Huawei out. Japan just announced to take Huawei out on their equipment. And I think Canada would not be able to resist the pressure to forbid Huawei from bidding for future next generation Canadian mobile networks.
There's been outrage on social media. Many see this as Canada doing the U.S.'s bidding. What do you think Canada's response to that should be, if you can tell us very briefly?
Well, the Canadian government, even Prime Minister himself, came out to say that he was aware, he was informed of this arrest several days in advance, but putting it in a way that is a separation of power and purely a legal procedure, because Canada does have a long-standing extradition treaty with the United States, and upon the U.S. request, Canada has moved. And Beijing, of course, certainly, and the Chinese cyberspace, social media exploded. They simply think Canada is doing the dirty job for the Americans. So we're looking at a very bad situation now. Canada may not come out either way looking good.
Wenran Jiang from the University of Columbia, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.